welcome back.
Hi guys.
So, we're here with another box. We have a booster box of Throne of Eldraine. So, as normal, we are going to crack it open and you can choose which six we're opening first.
Oh, it's a bit tough to open. Why don't you look at them? Top three, exactly the same. Is this a sign?
It's a sign the wrappers are the same.
3, 1, 2, 3. So.
Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at these. Down and close.
Okie smoky. Might not be able to see all of them, but there's definitely 6 there.
There we are.
Okay. Do I get to choose which one we're opening first?
Which one you open first?
I've never seen this character before, so I'm roll with it.
Okay, I'll stick these there.
Quite loose, so don't know if that's a good sign.
Is that what you've been doing? We've been looking at these. These are all quite loose. We had some good luck with some really loose boxes last going off. Oh, that feels like it's open. I'm having that one next. I'm cracking that one.
Okay. Let's get to cracking some packs. Ooh. Really? A no table required card. So obviously this is double side. Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay. It's a 1/2 human rogue haste.
Makes a change from the human soldiers we had.
What if we get a lot of these though? When it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to any target. So pretty good, I guess. No fall arts because this is not Theros. But we do get some nice looking ones.
Let's have a look. There we are.
Okay. Right, so you haven't seen this card, but I have. Golden Egg. It's 2-mana food artifact. When it enters battlefield, draw a card. If you pay 1 and you sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color. If you pay 2 and sacrifice it, you gain 3 life.
Okay.
Yeah, some of these lands are really common. Which is Cottage. It's a swampland. When it enters battlefield, tap unless you control 3 or more swamps. When it enters battlefield untapped, you may put target creature from your graveyard on top of your library. Beloved Princess. So this is like every... This is every princess. Because did I tell you that it's based on fairy tales? This is Cinderella. This is Snow White. This is
right. So they're ripping off Disney and Hans Christian Andersen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah. So it's a 1/1 for 1 as lifelink, and it can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. Curious Peer. So this is Hansel and Gretel, I think. Is it Hansel and Gretel? I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a 1/3 for 2. It's human peasant, and you may pay 1 green. As ability Treat to Share. It's a sorcery ability, so you can only activate on your turn. It says create as food token. Apart from that, it's vanilla. It has no other abilities. and when it goes on an adventure, which is what this is, you put it into exile, and you may cast the creature later from exile.
Okay. I'm not impressed.
You're impressed.
No, that no.
Malevolent, or malevolent noble.
Malevolent.
Malevolent. I've never seen that word before. That's a 2/2 for 2. You may pay 2, sacrifice an artifact or another creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on Malevolent Noble. So obviously, Glass Slipper, Crystal Slipper. It's an artifact equipment for 1 red and 1 of any color. Equipped creature has +1/+0 and has haste. So haste because she ran away from the ball. Cinderella ran away from the ball, and it has a quick one because why not? There.
These are rip-offs, aren't they?
They're not rip.
It is a rip-off. These are...
Ardenvale Tactician. So with this, there's 5 kingdoms, all monocolor kingdoms. You have Garenbrig, Lochthwain, Embreth, Ardenvale, and the blue one, which I forget the name of.
If you remember that name, put it in the comments.
Wolf's Quarry. So this is 3 little pigs.
This is just a total rip-off of
of my
the
childhood.
stories.
It's 6 mana sorcery. It creates 3 1/1 green ball creature tokens. With when this creature dies, create a food token.
Bacon.
Yes.
Bacon.
A food token is an artifact with pay 2, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. If this was a flavour contest, this would win. Is it? Oh.
What, turtle soup?
I think it might be, I don't know.
No, Teenage Ninja Turtles.
No, it's not TMNT. It's a 1/5 turtle for 4. When it attacks, target attacking non-human creature can't be blocked this turn.
You need to pin the cards down so you don't spread them everywhere.
Reeve Soul. It's a sorcery for 2. Destroy target creature with power 3 or less. Righteousness. I love this card so much.
Why is that?
It's a 1 mana instant. Target blocking creature gets +7/+7 till end of turn.
That would be good with a certain colour and a certain commander.
Yep. Against that commander.
Oh, what's this? Sir Conrad
the Grim. So he's from Lochthwain.
Are we not in? Are we at the back of the deck already?
No.
This is
an uncommon.
an uncommon.
5/3 for 5. So legendary creature human knight. So this is like Knights of the Round Table. Whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere, other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. So this will be good in Commander.
Okay, and if you play it for 1 mana,
pay 2.
2, sorry.
Yeah. Pay 2. Each player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. Ooh, Elite Headhunter. This reminds me of that scene in Shrek when everyone's trying to kill
Are we
him.
going to?
We just leave that?
Yeah.
Let's leave it. Elite Headhunter. It's a 2/3 for 5 red or black.
5, 4.
No, 4 red or black. Sorry, my head's messed. It has menace, so it can't be blocked by except by 2 or more creatures. You may pay 3 red or black. Sacrifice another creature or an artifact. Elite Headhunter deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. And our rare, Fires of Intervention or Invention. It's an enchantment. It's rare. It looks mythic there, but that's just the lighting. I don't know if that's too light or something. I don't know. It says you can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. You may cast spells with converted mana cost less or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana cost. And so that'd be good if you don't play spells on people's turns, but you're playing red, so you might want to be doing that. I got stuck on this for a second. I was like, what does that mean? You may cast spells with converted mana cost less or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana cost. So if you had, 12 lands on the battlefield, you can cast huge things without paying the mana cost. Anyway, I think we'll see that one.
Okay, so this is that pack that was a bit loose. So it's very loose, but it has been sealed up. And we noticed we had a really good pull from one of the cards yesterday.
Go check that video out.
Yeah. Go and check out which set was there? Theros set. Yeah, go check that out. And we had some cracking pulls from the one pack.
Oh, there it is now.
There we are. So, tis a rat.
Ooh, so that would go with Piper of the Swarm, which is the Pied Piper.
Yeah, can go over there. So, land or no land?
Land, I think?
It is a land.
Scalding Cauldron. That reminds me of when they pour milk on Gingy in Shrek 2. Like the big ginger. Okay, never mind.
So artifact. Pay 3 tap. Sacrifice golden cauldron. You do 3 damage to target creature.
So you pay 3, you deal 3 damage. That's only a 1 mana artifact. That's not that good. I don't think, anyway. Well, rock that. It's a 3/1 for 2, a dwarf knight. It's
That's why the numbers are small.
haha. It's an instant adventure, so you can play it at any time. It only costs 1 red. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And then it goes into the adventure zone, which is just Exile. Now you can cast the creature. And Rimlock Knight can't block.
No. You probably bite ankles though. Crashing Drawbridge. Now I've seen this before. I think we had one of these, or a couple of these, in the Core 2020.
Yeah, I think so.
So 2 mana, defender is just no 4. And if you tap it, creatures you control gain haste until end of turn.
I don't know if we did get it in Core 2020. You might be seeing it from somewhere else. I think you might be seeing it from your deck.
Tall as a beanstalk.
So, Jack and the Beanstalk.
Never.
Oh, wait, Jack and the Beanstalk isn't actually another card. It's Giant Killer, but we might get to that later.
So enchantment for 4. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and has reach.
And is a giant in addition to its other types. So you can have a snake giant, a scorpion giant. You can have a rat giant.
There we are. 2/2 for 4. Fly in. That's always handy.
It's called Castle of Antris, that's the other one.
Adamant. If at least 3 blue mana was spent to cast this spell, Vantris Paladin enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it.
So that'd be good mono blue.
Smitten Swordmaster, isn't it? Or any of these adventures. That's the theme. Adventures in this box.
What's it called? Fairy tales.
Curry Favour. So it is a 2-1 for 2. You gain X life and lose. Each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of knights you control.
You paused then, and I knew you were trying to think of a pun to make.
So human knights. If you've got lots of knights in your black deck, then that could be rather nice.
Brimstone Crabaget. It's a 1/3 for 3. It's a war artifact creature. Has defender and reach. You may tap it. Brimstone Trebuchet deals 1 damage to each opponent.
That's good.
Yeah, whenever a knight enters the battlefield under your control, untap Brimstone Trebuchet. So you could play that. You could tap that on your first main phase, and then put a knight in, and then you could tap it again. So this is where Jack gets the beans.
Okay, so 3/3 for 4. When Bartered Cow dies, or when you discard it, create a food token. It's an artifact with 2 taps. Sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. Dear me.
Big Bad Wolf.
So 4/4 for 4. Creature wolf has trample. When Fierce Witch Stalker enters the battlefield, create a food token. And that's it.
Okay, just create.
It's an artifact with 2 tap. Sacrifice this artifact, gain 3 life. So.
Witching
Artifact. Scry 2. Or pay 4.
Sacrifice Witching Well.
Draw 2 cards. Oh.
So yeah.
It's not bad having both. Bog Naughty. 3/3 for 5. Has fly in. Pay 3. Sacrifice a food target creature. Sacrifice a food target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn.
Cool.
What would that be? Advantage of a target creature. Yeah. Joust. Good game.
You'd know because you played. It's a 2-mana sorcery for 2 mana. Choose a target creature you don't control and target creature you control. The creature you control gets +2/+1 until end of turn if it's a knight. Then those creatures fight each other. So each deals damage equal to their power to the other.
Coventus Urge.
Covetous. Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot. Pay 4. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from that player's graveyard or hand and exile it. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. And you may spend mana as though it were made of any colour to cast that spell.
That is amazing. You can cast other people's spells. I might build a deck with that. It might happen somewhere.
Okay, so for your fancies, 2 mana. Players have no maximum hand size.
So that's just players. Most cards like Nezahal Primal Hunger or Reliquary Tower say you have no maximum hand size.
So if you played that,
nobody in the game has a maximum hand size.
And nobody would want to get rid of it.
No.
So anybody with target spells.
This would be good for everyone because it says each opponent on all the abilities. So you may pay X and X, and you tap it. Each player draws X cards.
Play X and X.
Yeah.
Or play.
I think they draw 2, like if you pay 2 for one out of the X's and then pay 2 for the other, each player draws 4 cards. Or you can pay 3, including 1 blue, and tap it. Each opponent puts a number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand to the bottom, from the top of their library into their graveyard. So really, you want to be getting players, give players cards, and then each opponent puts a number. You want to just start milling them, so that's a good mill card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where we go? What do we have?
That's not
Or
really.
is it rare? Oh,
Oh my god.
shocking.
You thought that. You need to remember that thing at the bottom shows it's rare.
Yeah.
Oh, that almost went everywhere. It's a bit too loose for my liking. Right. A wolf token. When it dies, put a loyalty counter on each Garruk you control. Garruk, the planeswalker. It's a 2/2.
Okay.
Oh, you got a foil. And 3/3 for 5. Human Knight has trample and haste. When it enters the battlefield, another target knight you control gets +2/+2 and gains trample and haste until end of turn.
Pretty nice.
Yep, I'm gonna sleep that up. Now land.
Or is it? Yeah, probably. Yeah, an island.
Weapon rack. Right, so it's a 4-mana artifact. It ETBs with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. You may tap Weapon Rack, move a +1/+1 counter from Weapon Rack onto target creature. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. So that last bit means you can only cast it during your turn, or only do the ability during your turn. Prize Griffin. It's essentially vanilla, but it has flying. It's a 3/4 for 5 with flying. Festive Funeral. Target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. It's an instant for 5.
Oh, that's an interesting card. But never mind.
Merfolk's Secret Keeper. So you could play that straight after a board wipe when people are trying to rebuild. So see if someone has the mana to cast something big, but the board's been wiped, and they find the option, oh, I'm just going to cast this.
So
You can be like Festive Funeral.
It's good if somebody keeps putting cards in your graveyard, and then if you've got that and all the cards say 5 or more, then they got no chance of they if they're 5 or less. You just wipe them all out.
0/4 for 1. It's a Merfolk Secret Keeper. It's a sorcery adventure, so you can only do the adventure on your turn. You may pay 1 blue. Target player puts the top 4 cards in the library into their graveyard. So it's a good mill card. It's the other side of the adventure is vanilla, so it doesn't have any abilities. Okay, cool. Merchant of the Veil. 2/3 for 3. It's a human peasant, and it has Haggle, which is its adventure instant adventure, so you would cast it anytime. You may pay 1 red. If you do, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And the other ability is pay 3, discard a card, draw a card. So good if you want to get that'd be good pairing up with that black one we just had, because you're putting stuff into your graveyard, then drawing a card. You can keep on doing that, and then you deal like a butt ton of damage to someone. Trapped in the Tower, Rapunzel. Or every princess ever. Sorry. Yeah, it's a 2 mana enchantment or enchantment. Enchant creature without flying. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated.
So what would that be useful for?
Making creatures not attack or block and can't activate their abilities. Like, so it'd be good if your opponent has, say, a Galter Primal Hunger, and you don't want it to attack. Or
So that just shuts everything
block.
down. Can't attack, can't block, and can't activate ability. So it's basically just becomes nothing.
Unless it's got flying. Rosethorn Acolyte. 2/3 for 3. Seasonal Ritual. It's a sorcery adventure. You may pay 1 green. If you do, add 1 mana of any colour. And the other side, tap it, add 1 mana of any colour. Tome Raider. 1/1 for 3 with flying. 1 at ATBs, draw a card.
Hold your deck down. Everybody will see early. Gotta make them wait.
Giant Skewer. It's a 2 mana
Kebab.
equipment. Yeah, 2 mana kebab. When equipped creature gets +2/+1. When a equipped creature deals damage to a creature, deals combat damage to a creature, create a food token. It's an equipped cost of 3, so that's pretty good. Okay, you can take that. Giant Opportunity. This is where Jack gets the beans. 3 mana sorcery. You may sacrifice 2 foods. If you do, create a 7/7 green giant creature token. Otherwise, create 3 food tokens. Ooh. Sir Kara the Bold. I don't know why it's Sir, because it's a female, but you know, it's 2020. 3/3 for 5. Whenever Sir Kara the Bold or an instant or sorcery spell you control deals combat damage or deals damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. So it says you may play that card. So it doesn't mean you may cast it, so you don't pay mana for it.
You may play it.
Yeah, you may play it.
So no summoning sickness if it's a creature.
No, it's not. No, that's not what it means. You may play it. So, if you had a good card that you exiled, and it's an artifact, you could just put it straight into play. Don't pay any mana for it.
Yeah, it says exile top card of your library. You may play that card in this turn.
Yeah, but you don't cast it.
Don't cast what?
Don't cast the card that exiled.
Read this again.
When Sir Kara the Bolt or an instant or sorcery spell you control deals damage to a player, exile the top card of your library.
So if I had this,
you may play that card this turn.
So if I had this,
yes.
Yeah. And something I did you damage.
Yeah.
I'd exile the top card of my library. Yeah, so the top card of my library goes. You may play that card this turn.
Simple.
The one that's just exiled.
Yeah.
I can play that straight away.
Yes.
So if it's a creature, it doesn't have summoning sickness. Because it says I can play it.
A creature that comes into play still has summoning sickness.
That's not very clear.
It's because you're a noob. Mad Ratter. It's a 1/2 for full. It's a goblin. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create 2 1/1 black rat creature tokens.
Oh, they could add up quite quickly.
And our rare, Murderous Rider. It's a 2/3 for 3. It's an alternate art. It's a zombie knight. It's adventure. It's an instant. Swift End. You may pay 3, including 2 black. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. You lose 2 life.
Read that one again. Destroy target creature or planeswalker.
You lose 2 life.
Destroy.
Yes.
A planeswalker.
Exactly. So it goes.
Nice.
It goes into graveyard.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
The other side has lifelink, and when it dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Then if you have a shuffle spell, you might be able to get it back.
Yeah. Or worst comes to worst, that could be your last card.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be good. Because it's your last card.
Okay.
Next time, I'm just gonna mill you out until you only have one card left, and I hope that's your last card.
Again. Okay, so what do we have?
A fly bugging.
MTG story. And?
An adventure token.
On an adventure. That's a nice bit of art. I do like that one. So, land or what? I think it's going to be land. Yes,
Right.
indeed. Why do I get the feeling that all of these are going to be land? There's going to be nothing tasty in them for that card.
Because this is not Ferris. Mantle of Tides.
So, it's a 1 artifact. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, attack Mantle of Tides to target creature you control. Equip 3. Attack the card to target. Attach the target creature you control. Equip only as a sorcery. Right, okay. When you draw your second card each turn. Second card each turn.
So if your card draw spells, then that's your second card drawn each turn.
Ah, right, okay. Lonesome Unicorn. 3/3 for 5. Sorcery Adventure. Create a 2/2 White Knight creature token with Vigilance. Then exile this card. You may cast this creature later from exile. And it has Vigilance.
How much does the adventure cost?
What?
How much does the adventure cost?
Adventure cost.
Yeah.
It's 5. 3 for 5.
No, it's a 3
Oh.
adventure cost. You have to pay the adventure cost and then it goes on an adventure.
Okay.
Idyllic Range. It's a plains. You may add 1 white mana to your mana pool. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 3 or more planes. When it enters the battlefield untapped, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control.
Sounds quite nice now.
Sure.
Quite nice. Was it plains?
Yeah.
That's white.
Yes.
So that's going in my deck.
Sure. It's not good, but you know.
It's better than nothing, because at the moment I'm on
What if you get 2 and 1 and you have no other lands in your hand?
not many planes. Blow your house down. Three little pigs again. So, this is a 3 sorcery. Up to 3 target creatures can't block this turn. Destroy any of them that are walls.
So that's good flavour.
Good.
7 dwarves.
This is, isn't it?
This is just
I've got to say, this is severely lacking in
creativity.
imagination and creativity, yeah.
But the art is good.
So 2/2 for 2. 7 dwarfs gets +1/+1 for each other creature named 7 dwarves you control.
So if you have 7 dwarves, you get +7/+7.
So can you have more than one of these cards?
A deck can have up to 7 cards named 7 dwarves.
Excellent. So this, like the, what's that? The,
Persistent petitioners.
Yeah.
You can only have 7. You can't have as many as you want.
And this would be only really useful
if you had 7 dwarves.
Yeah. And only useful if you had something which meant you could have more than 7 cards in your hand. No?
So
No, because you wouldn't need to play them all the time, or else you could just wait for them to come through your pack.
Deck.
Yeah. Pack deck. dick.
The library. Flutterfox.
Flutterfox, so 2/2 for 2. As long as you control an artifact or enchantment, Flutterfox has flying.
Why does it have wings on its feet? Nobody knows. It's a 2/2 for 2.
Because it's got flying.
Yeah, but that doesn't explain why it has wings on its feet. Surely it should be on his back or something.
Out muscle. Ah. Okay, 4 sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then it fights target creature you don't control.
Is that bloke German suplexing a bear?
I can't see. Is that just like I don't know. He seems to be happy.
Should have got spectators.
So adamant. If at least 3 green mana was spent to cast a spell, so if you're mono green.
Yeah. Which you are.
Yeah, which I am. This creature you control gains indestructible until the end of turn. So +1/+1 and indestructible.
Cool.
So should I put that in my deck somewhere?
I don't know, it's your deck.
You were saying I don't know because you think.
I'm not thinking. I'm thinking it's not my issue. I can deal with it if he puts it in.
Right. So tiny. So tiny.
Call me tiny.
Tiny Norman.
Tiny Tim.
This is 1 enchantment. Flash.
Tip 2 through the window.
An enchanted creature gets -2/-0. It gets -6/-0 instead, as long as its controller has 7 or more cards in the graveyard.
So this would be good in a mill deck. It's good that I have that card and I'm running a mill deck.
Is that what you're running it in?
I'm not running that in my mill deck, but I will be running it in my mill deck. Lochthwain Paladin.
Human Knight.
2 for 4. It has Adamant. If at least and Menace and Adamant. If at least 3 black mana was spent to cast a spell, Lochthwain Paladin enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. So Adamant is a bit like Devotion, or it's like black mana spending and like stuff like that. It's a bit different because it's a different set. Might as well move on.
Weaselback Redcap. 1/1 for 1. So pay 2. Weaselback Redcap gets +2/+0 until end of term.
It's a 1/1 for 1.
But you gotta then.
No, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, 1/1 for 1.
1/1 for 1. Good 1 for 1. Revenge of Ravens.
So it's a 4 black enchantment. Whenever a creature attacks you or Planeswalker you control, that creature's conflict lose 1 life and you gain 1 life.
Good. Creature's controller loses 1 life, you lose 1 life. Good.
So going back to that other card that we was looking at, which kills Planeswalkers.
Yep.
Let me get that and see how it. Was that one of these?
It doesn't work with this card.
No.
It doesn't work with it. It actually goes against it.
Why is that?
Because it says you destroy creature you control. It says whenever a creature attacks you, and you can't attack yourself.
You are a Planeswalker. Okay. Oh, we are.
This channel.
What's that?
I said I'm done with this channel. 4/4 for 5. Enchanted Carriage as is Cinderella's carriage.
Are you sure? Doesn't have to be, does it?
Unspecified Princess's carriage.
A generic carriage of nondescript male or female character.
That may or not be royal. When Enchanted Carriage enters battlefield, create 2 1/1 white mouse creature tokens. He has crew 2.
So,
Cool.
okay. tap any number of creatures you control with a total power of 2 or more.
Yeah, that's how you crew something.
Okay, so 4/4 for 5.
Aspiring Veteran. 2/2 for 2. I think the next one's one of the rare lands.
Other knights you control get +1/+1. So, not too bad.
The next one's one of the rare lands. I was right. It's Castle Garin.
That's the last card.
Yes, it's just a rare land.
It's just a rare land. Castle Garenbrig. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a forest. So if you tap it and add a forest. Add 1 green mana even. Because you can't add forests. You just add mana to an invisible pool which doesn't exist. Or maybe it does. Maybe it does exist. Somewhere over the rainbow of colours. Okay, or you can or 4. You can play 4 and tap. Add 6 green mana. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells or activate abilities of creatures. So you can play 4 and tap it, and you get an extra 2. How's that?
Yeah.
You looking on a water?
No, I'm over here.
Right, okay then, fine.
Your pack, I'll do my pack.
No, you're not. That's it.
Oh, that's... I'm fired.
Yes.
You fired.
So basically, the second one you use 4,
Add 6.
and so you just get an extra 2
Cool.
by tapping it. Just leave it up then.
Nice.
You could just dropped it.
Yeah, mine. I put it... even the camera saw that. You dropped it. I put it on the table. You picked it up and you slipped it.
I just leaned over to scratch my foot.
No, let's have butterfingers.
Don't open it off the camera because they think you're cheating.
Oh!
I'm used to you cheating, but they're not. So.
Cheating. You think I'm cheating all the time because you're bad?
No, because I'm learning. I don't know the rules.
2/4 for 4. Signpost Scarecrow. It's a scarecrow.
You could be very quiet down there, mind, because the microphone's all the way up here.
To be yell. Oh. My back always hurts when we're filming this. I don't know if it's the stools. There's no backrest and it really hurts. It's pay 2 mana. You add 1 mana of any colour. Why would you ever want? I think it's good for fixing, mana fixing. Reaper of the Night. Can we zoom out? What? No, I haven't.
See, you just went straight into it.
Yes. Because you were like, don't open it off camera, and I'm like...
Yeah, you cheated.
Get out of here. Whoa. Faction Intruder.
That's not a...
This is Goldilocks. This is like very violent Goldilocks.
It's
a 1/2 for 1. Foil.
It is very shiny.
Shiny! Tamatoa. 1/2 for 1. It has a sorcery adventure ability. You may pay 7, including 2 green. Create 3 2/2 green bear creature tokens. Welcome home. Cool. The other side. When it deals damage, combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, destroy target artifact or enchantment.
That's a very nice card. If you've got lots of mana.
Sure.
You were saying that because you don't want to play it.
I have it. If I.
You have it, do you? Do you?
If I wanted to play it.
Do you have it in foil? Do you have a foil one?
Not in foil.
Oh, okay.
4/5 Reaper of the Night. of night. This is the Reaper of the night. Sorry.
It's not a chili.
Oh, goodness gracious. 4/5 for 7. It has a sorcery adventure. Pay 4 including 1 black. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Whenever Reaper of the Night attacks, if defending player has 2 or fewer cards in hand, it gains flying until end of turn. Rose Thorn Halberd. Whoa. Okay, that's fine. It's like green equipment. When it ETPs, attach it to target non-human creature you control. Equip creature gets +2/+1.
Oh, equip 5.
Equip 5 to a creature, to a human. Beloved Princess.
Is that one we had that one?
Yeah. True Love's Kiss. Ah.
It doesn't exist. It's a fake card.
It's a full mana.
It's a fake. See, it's not a real card.
Full mana instant. Exile target artifact or enchantment. Draw a card.
It's very nice, but very expensive.
Yes. That's why I'm running it in my deck.
Why?
Because it's good.
Because you've got mana to waste.
And I've got mana rocks. It's epic. Steel Gaze Griffin is the next card.
No, it's not.
Spore Cap Spider. It's a 1/5 for 2. It has reach for 3. Steel Gaze Griffin.
That's a nice defender. Never.
It's a 2/4 for 5.
Is it what?
2/4 for 5.
Say it again.
2/4 for 5.
It's 2 for 5.
Yeah. Just a 2/4/5. It has flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, that is a fly. Oh, I just smacked him. I'm a lad. It gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Remember, guys, it's a 2/4/5. 4/1 for 3. For 4.
For 4?
Oh wait, stop bullying me. I've had enough. It has haste. It has adamant. So if at least 3 red mana was spent to cast this spell, Embereth Paladin enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. Outflank. What we do to England every time we play rugby. It's 1 white instant. When it deals damage to target attacking or blocking creature equal to the number of creatures you control. I'm running that in my deck as well. Turn into a pumpkin.
But you haven't got a white deck.
I'm building a white deck.
Alright. I did say to him earlier today, I said, because we last night we spent too many hours sorting out his cards into the right colours and so on. So we are both in the middle of building a white deck, because he doesn't have one, I don't have one. I've got just enough cards, but not enough lands. But hopefully I'll pick up more in the in this pack.
Okay, turn to pumpkin. It's a 4 mana.
Do you know that's the Cinderella one? Yeah, pumpkin.
No, I did not. It's an instant. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Draw a card. It has adamant. If at least 3 blue mana was spent to cast a spell, create a food token. Did I pull the back card?
No, not yet.
Did I pull the land from this?
You think so?
Okay.
Yeah, because it was a foil.
But did I put the land? I pulled the foil, or did I put the land? Oh, we'll find out. Kenrith's Transformation. It's an aura enchantment for 2. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a green elk with base power and toughness 3/3. Witch's Oven versus Hansel. The ones where the 2 kids entered a house full of food and Both get baked into a pile. Tap it, sacrifice a creature, create a food token. If the sacrificed creature was if the sacrificed creature's toughness was 4 or greater, create 2 food tokens instead. Oh, I didn't pull the back one. Cauldron of Eternity, legendary artifact. It costs 12 mana. 12 mana.
So it must do something decent.
It does. It costs 2 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. Whenever a creature you control dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. You may pay 3 and 2 life and tap it. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only time you cast a sorcery. So you can only do it on your turn. But it's an amazing card.
But basically, when something dies, it doesn't die. It just goes under the bottom of your library. And so you can play it again. So
if you have a shuffle effect,
it could be back into the
back at the top.
Yeah.
So we'll sleeve that one up. That's a good one. Some good black ones.
There we are.
Some good black ones. Did I sound American? Apparently I sounded American.
MTG story again?
Food token.
Food token, from the sound of it. They're quite needed.
Quite common.
So, is this a land?
I think it is.
Or a foil?
It's a land. Yeah.
Land. Hooray, I need planes.
Dwarf and mine, so this is where all the 7 dwarfs hang out.
So, just a land.
1 ETBs. ETB's tapped unless you control 3 or more mountains. When an ETB's untapped, create a 1/1 red dwarf creature token. Cool.
So tap. Okay, but okay. So it is untapped. So if you want to tap it, so it's going to cost you 1. So you can bring it in tap. So okay.
Wait, what?
So
Taps for 1 red mana.
Yeah, but only for that bit.
No.
If it's a tap,
it taps for
adds red mana.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just does the same as a normal mountain.
Yeah. So if you bring it in tapped,
it enters tapped unless you control 3 or more mountains. Other mountains. So you have to control 3 or more mountains, otherwise it enters tapped.
okay.
But when it enters untapped, create a 1/1 white dwarf token. A white dwarf token.
Okay, that's good.
It's not.
But after that's on the thing. Anytime you tap it, do you get another token?
No.
Just when it enters the battlefield. Yes. Okay.
So that's why it's bad.
Okay. Hey ho.
Rockspin Gargoyle, just like from Hunchback and the Notre Dame.
Note 3 for 1. Gargoyle gets +2/+0 and gains flying until end of turn.
It's a note 3 for 1.
Yeah, note 3 for 1. Not that good, is it? And it costs 4.
I didn't say anything.
Opt. So this is an instant for 1, scry 1, and draw a card.
Gingerbread Man.
Ginger Brute.
The 1/1 for 1 with haste. So this is obviously run as fast as you can. You can't catch me in the Gingerbread Man. It's
1/1/1.
And you pay 1, and it can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste.
Or 2.
Or you pay 2,
and
sacrifice Gingerbread, you gain 3 life. Because he's food. Because he's the food golem. Okay. Garenbrig Paladin. Giant Knight. 4/4 for 5. It has adamant. If at least 3 green mana was spent to cast a spell, Garenbrig Paladin enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. Downbreak Paladin can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Oh, I look a state.
That's good. So that means you couldn't throw you a...
I can't put my...
what do they call them? Mares. Moors.
The last one. Moors.
Moors.
Elsa.
Hmm?
Elsa, Queen of Ice. It's literally Elsa as a card.
Okay, so a 2/3 for 3.
It's the Ice Queen. I said it's Queen of Ice, not Ice Queen. But here we go.
Yeah.
2/3 for 3 for the Sorcery Adventure.
I got ice cream, yeah.
Rage of Winter.
Here's my ice cream.
I didn't ask.
Screwball ice cream.
May pay 2. Tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Other side, whenever Queen of Ice deals combat damage to a creature, tap that creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step.
What do you think?
Yeah. I wouldn't play it.
No.
I'm not into the tapping thing unless I need it. 2/3 for 3.
Lost Legion. 2/3/3.
Spirit Knight. When it ETB, scry 2. That's it. Scorching Dragonfire. I think I'm running that.
Instant for 2. Deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that creature or the planeswalker would die this turn, exile it instead. Oh.
Yeah, good one. So you get an extra damage for 2 mana.
So instead of putting it in the graveyard, what, the target will be exiled, or this card is exiled?
The card that was dealt damage, if it would die, you put it into exile.
So that's pretty good then for 2. 45 provisions. Enchantment for 2. For 3 even. Creatures you control get +0/+1. When 45 provisions enter the battlefield, create a food token. It's an artifact with a 2 tap. Sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life.
We've read that book.
Yeah, we have.
If we say it creates a food token, that's what a food token is. Or you could just go look up a picture of a food token.
I hate these. I'm not a fan of these
People.
adventure things.
Why?
I do like this though. The 6/5, but it's for 6. So the first part +2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. And then right now you are feeling sick, but I will help you. Oh, that's just that bit then. That's boring.
No,
That's what?
that's the flavor text.
Yes.
And do you read that?
Yes.
Okay. It's just flavor text.
Then exile this card.
Inquisitor Puppet, so here we have Pinocchio.
Where?
This is Pinocchio.
Put in the comments whether he's talking bullshit.
I'm not talking.
I do think that it could be right.
It is right. It's
But
all of this is
confirm or deny.
It's a 0/2 for 1. When it enters the battlefield, scry 1. If you exile it, you create a 1/1 white human creature token, just like Pinocchio turned into a real boy. And the flavor text says the strings were gone. I got no strings, so now I'm free. There are no strings on me. But he still felt like, oh, thanks for letting me read the flavor text.
No, that's sad. If you want to read it, you can go watch the video.
No.
Okay, so 2/3 for 4.
2/3 for 4.
Double strike.
You may pay for Fireball Night gains +1/+1 until end of turn. That's not worth it.
Why is it so
expensive?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone knows.
Double strike. What is double strike?
You may strike twice.
Yes.
The clue's in the name.
I know, but I just wonder whether they were saying more
No. If you
But
attack
strike
once,
with, but with this
count
card, you have to use this card.
No.
Double strike. It's not gaining an extra turn, is it?
No.
Or an extra.
No.
Right then.
It's just a card feature. Don't worry about it.
You say that. You say that. Don't worry about the
You're
rules
not
and
gonna
the
play with it
instructions.
It's a star 3 for 3. Its power is equal to the number of artifacts and/or enchantments you control.
So, that can be quite a good one for.
Artifact deck. This is a rare. Yeah, rare.
It is.
Touching the card. Iron Crag Feet. Feet. Sorry. It's the sorcery for 4, including 3 red. You may add 7 red mana. You can cast only 1 more spell this turn. Not good at all, I don't think. Unless you're struggling for mana.
That's 7. Well, there we go. Our first 6 packs, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 6, 9. What do you think? It's on par with the Theros.
I think that the mythic we got was really good. I hope that hurt your ears.
The what? The mythic.
Yeah, the mythic.
This.
The one at the top. The one at the top. The one at the top.
This one.
No, the one below that one. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
difficult to see
Cauldron
with
of
the light, yeah.
Eternity.
That's a lot of mana.
No, it's not. Not if you have a lot in your
Oh,
graveyard.
but it does say it costs 2 less. Yeah.
For each creature card in your graveyard.
Anyway, tell us what you think in the comments. And
What was your favourite card?
my favourite card.
I was talking to the listeners, but sure.
I don't know. At the moment, I think it's that one. Because I do need a lot of planes. Anyway, that wraps up this episode. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share and all that jazz. And yeah, see you for the next one. Adios.